Want to be more confident? Want lakhs of followers who listen to everything you say? Want to influence anyone and everyone? I will make you more confident. I will give you more followers. Want to be the best version of yourself? All you need to do is just give me a little bit of money in the beginning, and I will put you on the path to glory.
This is what I would have said if I had listened to someone who wanted me to become a professional life coach. But don't worry, tribe, I've got your back. A few years down the line, if I do decide to become a professional life coach, you have my word, I will never con you. But someone reached out to me and told me about this money-making scheme. And I'm going to tell you exactly how it went down. Last year, I was contacted by a certain let's call him Mr. X, telling me that I should be a life coach. He said that it was a lucrative business and loads of money could be made. How I already had all these subscribers, the tribe, and how they would love to learn from me. I told him that I would listen to him and see what he had in mind. But what he had in mind was a scam, a money-making scam that would get people to keep spending more and more, little by little. So today on WAC, I'm going to tell you about how I almost became a con life coach and how this business works. Right on top, I need to say that this is not an attack at life coaches. There are a lot of them out there who are doing some incredible work with people, allowing them to get where they want to be. In fact, I worked with a healer and a life coach last year, but more on that in another video. There are a growing number of people claiming to know how to live your best life. There are false coaches, wannabe coaches, Instagram coaches, and some professional ones. There are so many people out there that are just giving themselves the title of coach. But it doesn't mean that they have the credentials, the skills, or the experience that is needed to transform lives. The sad part about this is that India has a proud tradition of the Guru-Shishya relationship. The Guru is supposed to shine a light, allowing one to see clearly. And that enlightenment should give the student knowledge, wisdom, and perhaps even a divine connection. But we all know, for every enlightened master today, there are 10 Ram Rahim types. You are the life changer! You are the life changer! You are the life changer! Claiming to be an enlightened master is perhaps tougher than claiming to be a life coach. And that is why these days there's this bhandar of people who are very happy to take your money on the promise of helping you become better. I'm going to break down exactly what happened step by step when Mr. X reached out to me and told me exactly how he wanted me to make money from the public without ever giving them anything of equal value. It started out with this cold call from Mr. X, who wrote to me on Insta saying that he owned 2 companies. For now, let's just call it Coach to Glory, and the other one, let's call it Dragon Training. In the first message itself, he told me that I could make 20 to 30 lakhs in a few months and 30 crores in 3 years. If there is anything under the sun that I am, it's curious. But not the kind of curious that responds to Nigerian spam. But something about him, it piqued my curiosity. And it was during the lockdown. And I had a lot of free time. And so I responded to him and asked him to send the details. He instantly followed up with an email where he broke down his intentions. He had his list of potential clients, and everybody who has subscribed to WAC or follows me on my social media, which I really hope that you do, because there's tons of information that I put up there which doesn't make it to YouTube. So please do make sure that you follow me on all these handles. But I digress. So everyone who follows me was also a potential client. He told me that the number of people who are desperate to break out of their rut were willing to pay money for it. And it was a huge market. And together, we could charge those people up to 9.5 lakhs per head over a period of 3 years. If even 10 people were to fall for this scam, then we would make more than 1 CR. Now, I'll show you exactly how he wanted to do all of this step by step. Step 1. I should write a book. What book? Any book. He just kept insisting that I should write a damn book. With the help of a ghostwriter and plagiarism, he assured me that becoming an author, it was a very easy job. I already have a TEDx talk, so that box was tick marked. We would then create a separate Facebook page from my current one. Shameless plug over here again. And tell people that if they joined it, they would get a free copy of my book. But all that they had to do was pay for shipping. Only 500 rupees. Now, even if the printing and the shipping was 100 each, we still made 300 rupees off everyone. Because after all, to join this free group, you had to purchase one book. Now, I don't think there's anything wrong in me sharing the knowledge that I have gained through my years of experience. What I think is not correct is the funnel approach that a lot of them use. So what is the funnel approach? Now, bear in mind, there are two approaches at scamming that are at work over here. One is the funnel and the other is the pyramid. The funnel works with a wide net. You convince lots of people to invest a small amount of money. And then once you have them in, you start marketing and convincing them that for another chunk of money, they would get deeper insight and an added advantage than the rest. The deeper they went, the more it would cost. At every stage, we would release a bare minimum amount of information so that they felt that they had received something, while we would actually be spending more energy marketing the next level to them. What I could perhaps teach you in a few months would be stretched out over 3 years. In this method, a few people will reach the end because they have been constantly investing money and time, and their brain refuses to admit that they are being conned. After some time, the few people at the bottom are making us more money than the large number on top. And on top of this is the pyramid scheme. Now, if this is the first time that you are hearing about it, please pay attention because pyramid schemes, they've been around forever and they're a very popular way of scamming. So this is how it works. I will sell you something and tell you that if you sell the same thing to 2 people, part of the profit will come to you. Now, if those 2 people sell it to 2 more people, each of you will see money from the profit. Each person who convinces 2 people increases the base of the pyramid and everyone above benefits. It's a matter of time that the money that you spend comes back to you, and after that, there is the profit. Now, the problem with these pyramid schemes is that eventually people stop believing the racket. Nobody new joins, and a large part of the bottom half does not recover their investment. And this is exactly how Mr. X wanted to make money off the tribe. And in conversation with Mr. X, I found out that he had been a victim of exactly the same scam. He was now looking for ways to recover the money that he had lost by doing the same thing to others. No one was becoming the best version of themselves. They were becoming bricks in a pyramid. Realizing all these things, I ended my conversation with him. And this is where it gets really sad and desperate. A week or so after I ended things, he reached out to me again to say that he had blocked the website www.freesia.com. He had paid someone 28k for it. He normally sells premium websites for 2 lakhs, but for me, he would sell it at 28,001 rupees. Honestly, I feel really bad for him. Being this desperate, it cannot be fun. Coaching is a practice skill set. It involves tools and techniques, and it's important for us to realize there are excellent coaches that do exist, but there are also a lot of them who are putting up a show and are trying to extract more and more money. Coaching is way more than this powerful glitzy marketing plan. In today's day and age, it seems that the packaging is very important. A flashy video, large number of followers, impressive website, a photograph with Hrithik Roshan, which by the way, I have a few. But all these does not mean that you are going to be a good coach. If Ram Rahim has taught us anything, it is that just because someone has lots of followers, it does not mean that they are speaking the truth. I'll say it again. There are genuinely great coaches out there who can bring about a transformation within. But it is your job to research and to look for the right one. Keep asking questions. Keep your eyes and your mind open to what others are saying. And most importantly, know that there is a lot of free information already out there on the internet. So see if you are paying for something that you don't need to. My name is Frisia. This is WAC, and I would love to hear from each and every one of you in that comment section below. If you do like this video, make sure that you share it on your social media handles. Tag me so that I can reshare it again as well. I'll catch you guys again very soon. Ciao! If you like this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe.